Join the crew as a member of the Onyx Key for exclusive members-only messages, redirections, and content. We already have a bunch of videos live with some familiar topics as well as new questions, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx Key. Make sure you hit the join button to go deeper down this experience with me. Hey family, so today we're going to take a look at what's their fantasy, what this person loves most but won't tell you, okay? And I'm here to tell you this pick a card reading is not 18 plus. I said it, I put it in the description box and the title because y'all not gonna say I tried to mislead y'all. Like, I know last time, every time you've ever seen this template of a thumbnail, it's been an 18 plus reading. But if you notice, I took that little circle with the 18 plus on it off because this is not an 18 plus reading, okay? Now, this is a topic that normally would have been that, but just because we're not making it 18 plus doesn't mean that the reading won't be interesting, right? Like, I know, let me see, hold on, let me get. Yeah, so I know fantasy is often associated with sensual energy, but it doesn't have to be. And I want to break y'all out of it always being associated with 18 plus energy for the same reason that I'm gonna test something soon. I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm gonna let y'all see. I think you're gonna be excited about it. Because we're not afraid of sexual sensual energy on the channel. We're not. But I want you guys to have a healthier relationship with those topics, right? Which starts with your love interest and your romantic options. But we're just gonna see this person's fantasy, right? We're just gonna see what it is that they like that they either just wouldn't want you to know, or that they just never told you. They don't know how to communicate that they like. And obviously we'll lead with you, but I'll generally apply the question just in romance and dating, right? And connecting with someone romantically. All right. So I'm going to hold it up right now so you can choose your piles. Pile number 1 is the peach. Pile number 2, blueberries. Pile number 3, cantaloupe. And then pile number 4 is the fig. Okay. I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, my pile 1, my peaches. Let's take a look at what's this person's fantasy, what they love most but won't tell you. And this can be specific to you. I'll try to look there, but this is just in general when it comes to love, romance, right? Qualities, ways of being romanced, right? Because sometimes I kind of want to expand you guys' perspective a little bit when it comes to certain questions and just certain answers that you get. It doesn't have to be like that every time, right? So let me see. Tell me about this peach for my pile 1s. Let me get an overview. Oh, this is a stubborn one. They do not want you to know. Why are they like that? I don't know what's going on. You gotta watch it. I'm not gonna bring it in, but the shadow, you gotta watch it, is two shadows is someone that doesn't have a clearly defined type, which isn't necessarily bad. It shows a lack of self-awareness, not knowing what you're actually attracted to or compatible with. And also someone that may be trying something different and like it's not you. You get what I'm saying? So like, I'm not gonna lead with that, but I just want to point that out if you've been having suspicions about that, and especially if it's someone you're just crushing on or dating casually. I want you to know that in advance. Okay, like if you were thinking that, then that's your confirmation. So give me, for my people that are connecting and this person's interested in my pile 1, really getting to know each other, tell me what this peach is really interested in romantically, what they love. Faith, passion, flower. Okay. And then dreams. All right. We got something. It's subtle. It's a little passive. This person kind of likes more submissive, passive people just in general, okay? So I don't know. That seems to be their vibe, okay? Someone that is more of a romantic, someone that's more of a dreamer, someone with a lot of faith in maybe a higher power, maybe just in the universe, but it's very much an optimistic dreamer. That's what this person loves. Now, I don't know why they wouldn't want you to know that unless it clashes with you. But I think I don't want to use certain words. It leads into the sensual energy, which is why. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this dreamer, submissive energy leads into that in a way that obviously we are not describing. It's not that kind of reading. But they kind of don't want you to know that because it's part of the appeal. So tell me more about this person's fantasy and love and romance for my pile number 1. Tell me about this peach. Some of you, this is someone that dreams of having a person that they share faith with, that they're same religion, right? Like that's kind of what they're looking for. Like they can bond over their faith. Okay. Let me see. Peaches. Someone that they can have faith in. 5 of Wands. What is this person's fantasy? What they love most, but won't tell you. Okay. If this person has a history of being wild and untamed or hyper competitive or just like loud and chaotic, they're not wanting to be that way anymore. It's a lot of fire. Okay. 6 of Wands talks about a victory. Boom. Aries energy, the Emperor. Like this is someone that's fantasy is they get to be dominant. They get to be the leader. They get to be in control. They get to conquer. Okay. They get to take the lead on dating. They get to take the lead on decisions. They want someone that dreams of having a partner they can have faith in. That's going to be a true kind of head of household. Feels like a very traditional kind of a divine masculine energy. All right. Like I'm going to be the successful one. I'm going to be the breadwinner. Okay. And then my partner gets to just be a dreamer, be a creative, and just have faith that I got it. Okay? All of the confusion goes away with me because I'm King of Wands. I'm 6 of Wands, successful and victorious. I'm the Emperor. Okay? That's this person's fantasy when it comes to the type of relationship they want to be in. Like they want to be it. Okay? So tell me more about my peach. What is this peach? What is their forbidden fruit fantasy? I definitely had to make sure that I listed that this was not 18 plus. I could see why y'all would think that, right? That's why I made it clear that it's not. Because this is still a juicy reading. Because why this person like that? They don't want you to know that? Why not? Tell me more about pile 1. Why don't they want this person to know that? Why don't they want pile 1 to know? Some of you, this person wants you to feel that they're concerned that it's going to intimidate you. You've never seen the dominance of this person. Got it. Look at you. I can see how this would carry over into one of those types of readings. We're just not going to take it there. This is a person that you've not seen that side of them. I don't know if you've ever seen this person as angry as they could ever get, for example. Like, they got a powerful, active and aggressive side. Like they can get mean, they can get powerful. Okay. And that's a shadow expression of that, but they are strong, they are capable, but they don't ever want you to see that. They want you to always see them as balanced with their feminine side, with their receptive side. They want you to see that. They want you to keep your faith in them, that they're well balanced. Okay. And they want a soft dreamer of a partner that has a lot of faith in them. Like, you are my emperor. This person wants to be seen as the emperor. Okay, I don't care who you're asking about. You're asking about somebody feminine in nature, still they want you to see them as powerful, as having it all together, that you have a lot of faith in them, that you can just chill and you know they got it, whatever it is. Okay, all right, let me see what's at the bottom. You know what, I'll take 2 more. Give me 2 more real quick for this peach. Was this person's fantasy? But I needed to know why this person didn't want you to see that, and it's because they want you to see them as balanced, right? They don't want you to think that they're trying to restrict you. They just want, like, they don't want you to be passive at all. They don't want you to be submissive because they're controlling, because they tell you. They want you to do so because you have faith, right? You feel safe, you feel stable. To ask you to be that way, to let you know that's what they want, is performative. It's not real, right? Like, this person can't feel like an emperor if they have to tell someone to let them be an emperor. Like, in their mind, like, let's say we're talking divine feminine, divine masculines. If this is a divine masculine, they cannot feel like the divine masculine energy if they have to tell the divine feminine to be as such. You see what I'm saying? To let them be that way. I know I'm talking like really traditional, but this is this person's energy. This is what they don't want you to know. So if you kind of have like a little bit of a more modern energy, if you're a little more feminist, things like that, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. This person wants you to feel safe and stable enough to be submissive, to be passive. I know I'm using the word submissive because like I keep hearing it, and I know that language is coming through for that reason, that we're not about to evolve. But like, they want you to trust them. Okay, let me see. Tell me more about this speech. What is this person's fantasy? What do they love most but won't tell you? They love most, like, honestly, a divine feminine that receives. Yeah. What is this in reverse? They need to know what's going on. I don't want to say that it's controlling because it doesn't feel super controlling, but it does. It's someone control issues. Like, they want no secrets. They want to know all your dreams, right? They want to see what's going on. They want to know what's going on. Okay? And more water, it's more receptive energy. When we talk about spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion, this person wants someone that is very, very much what we think of when we hear the words divine feminine. That's what this person wants. The end. All right. I'm not going to keep repeating it because, I mean, it's loud and it keeps saying that. Like, they want someone that's just going to receive. Honestly, when we talk about money and finances, house 2 is finances. They want someone they don't have to hide money from, that they can just give it to you. I don't know why that's like that. Tell me more. No. Yeah, they want someone to support them on their journey. They're the emperor. The end. A personal issue reaches resolution with the full moon in Cancer. And full moon in Cancer talks about letting them handle, right? Happens during Capricorn season, very much keeping things under control, right? Like them resolving issues, bringing calm to chaos. Right? Conquering situations. Okay? They like it when they have partners that are a little more willing to compromise for them. When we talk about stepping out of your comfort zone, being a little uncomfortable for the sake of them and the long-term vision of the union. Yeah, tell me more. I'm checking my time and it's 11 minutes 11 seconds in. So I mean, they're looking for their divine counterpart. Like, this may be someone that's looking for a twin flame. All right. Let me see what's going on. Tell me this person's fantasy. Tell me about this peach. Incoming energy of sadness. All right. Why is that like that? What's their fantasy? This is a savior. This person's got a little bit of a God complex. Like, they want to heal everything. They want to be able to save you from your sadness. They want to be able to, like, stop you from being sad. Right? We got fireworks, celebration, passion, loud, light, fire, brightness, lots of fire. Okay. And then androgyny, ambiguity, sexual identity, gender expression, and style. That's an interesting combination. That's why it's like that. And we got athlete, dedication, training, hobby, talent, active games, sports. This person has an interesting thing. So this combination tells me this person wants a partner that is extremely powerful, like really powerful, really strong, really loud, really fiery, really balanced in their divine masculine, feminine sides. But when it comes to merging with them, they want you to embody the side that you should be identifying with, right? Like, yeah, you be strong, you be powerful. If we're talking, like, let's say this person's divine masculine. They're like, yeah, you be strong, you be powerful, but not more than me, okay? Like, I like that you're very powerful in your divine feminine energy. I love that, like, you're very active, right? That you get things done. But I need to know that when push comes to shove, if it's something you can't do, I can. That makes me feel strong. That's what that's this person's mentality. See how juicy this is? See how it's coming out? You learn all this person's business. See, like, you are my world. Like, they want to be your world and they want to make you theirs. Like, they want to be the hero. They want to be like, you know what? As strong as, you know, this Power One is, I'm a little bit stronger. I can be this emperor. I can make the sadness go away. I can bring calm to that chaos. They have faith in me. I love it. But it feels like, I say I love it because it's clean, it's clear, it's easy for me to read. It depends on who you are, if you like this energy. Because not all of you like this energy, okay? But this talks about the divine union I channeled earlier, okay? Let me see more. Letter A may be relevant here. Tell me more about my pile number 1. What's this speech got going on? What's their fantasy? What do they love most when it comes to love and romance that they do not want my pile 1 to know? 3. They want a partner that's going to be inside. They need to know that. So I have fulfillment in reverse. The twins and listen. And it almost feels like, okay, like, you got to be willing to put what, you know, put your dreams aside and have faith in me and mine. I mean, like I said, it's up to you how you interpret the energy, but we are asking a messy question. We're trying to see if this person wants, desires, and love and romance, and what they wouldn't tell you. It's the reason they wouldn't tell you this, right? So they want someone that's going to listen a little bit. And even if you're not fulfilled, you'll do what's best for the connection. Okay? And be inside. So what's at the bottom here? I got to transform. Yeah, you got to be willing to transform your world for theirs. The end. That's what they want. Yep. So let me this is my last deck, and I will get you some advice. Tell me more. What is this person's fantasy when it comes to love and romance that they do not want my pile number 1 to know? Let's finish telling this peach's business, please. All their personal business. Let's see. Forgive and heal. There's that really receptive energy, right? Like, being willing to forgive. Not, I don't want to, the shadow is whatever they do, right? Letter F could be relevant, like just being willing to forgive whatever they do, but being a little more agreeable. Dreams is very intuitive, right? More faith. Oh, I'm closing it out. Dreams and faith are key words, okay? I don't know why. It's going to be specific to your connection, but why? Explain to me why vivid dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, okay? This person may want someone that dreams of them, okay? That they dream of. That is 12th house synastry. It's in reverse here. But dreams and faith. Your first cards, your last cards. So what is that? Explain to me what that is in the comments, because I don't really know, and I want these to be a little bit shorter, so I don't want to make it a thing of digging deep into what that is. Okay. Some of you, this person really, okay, that's what it is. They talking to me. They making sure I don't leave it confusing. This is someone genuinely looking forward to inflame. If by chance they don't know the labels, I feel like this is someone that would most likely know the labels. They describe it to you, you would know that's what they're looking for. When we talk about dreaming and faith, like they want that type of connection. Like they want someone that they're dreaming of, right? That they've prayed for, manifested, even at the getting to know each other stage. You see what I'm saying? Like it's already locked in. Love at first sight, knowing each other, faith in each other, connected deeply and intensely while we're still getting to know each other, because it's a spiritual connection. Like that's what they're looking for. And they're not going to say that because that sounds super woo-woo, right? Especially if we're talking about someone that's masculine presenting, like they're not going to say that. Because I'm be honest, it would sound even crazier coming from one of them just based off of societal norms. Okay. So what advice do we have for pile 1 regarding this speech? Change. Good fortune. So that's a double meaning, right? You got 2 options. Because it feels like someone that is capable, that would like do the best they can, I guess, depending on what you like and your compatibility and what you're attracted to. It's saying you're going to have to change in order to receive good fortune. Now, whether that's this isn't for me, I'm going to need to change and find what I'm actually compatible with, like this peach not it, right, pile 1? Like if you realize this is not what you want and this is what this person desires, if you pick up on that naturally and you decide to change and chase something else that will lead to better fortune for you and your lifestyle, good for you. But there's another side of you where you're willing to compromise and make these changes or lean into this more, and you experience good fortune in this connection with this person because it works for you too, right? Because I don't judge. Like, this works for some people, this doesn't work for other people. That's why we always talk about compatibility. I always talk about it. All right. So I'm going to, okay, I got that wave of that shoulder just now. So those of you with that, just, I don't know what to tell you. If you've been coming from those readings, you know, I fuss about that a lot, but it hit me just now as I was closing out. So those of you that rely on that, stop it, but I'll let you have it this one time. All right. All right. So I'm going to go on to pile number 2. All right. Pile 2, my blueberries. We're going to see what this person's fantasy is, what it is they love most in love, romantic connections, but they won't tell you. Okay. Now, this is what I'm going to let you know. I'm just going to put you on game immediately. If you are feminine, especially, I'm looking out for you. This person's a little more vain than they want to admit. There's nothing wrong with that, but they are. When I was cleansing Melanin Pop, it was very aggressive. I kept seeing the revenge glow up, you know, the one with the lady in the pink dress where she's just looking good and no one expected her to. I got the showing off, which is kind of like that trophy wife card and things like that. It's very important to this person, okay? They love it most now, and they won't tell you. They care about how their partner looks, and I'll take it a step further and let you know this is someone that thrives on competition. So you know you're dealing with somebody that's already really competitive in nature in general. Listen, they need a partner. What they love most in romance is having a partner that not only looks good, but that everyone around them desires. They thrive on that competition. They thrive on the win. Okay, so that's something that they wouldn't tell you. And for me, there's a variety of reasons why they wouldn't want to tell you that. One, they know it doesn't sound the best. They don't want to look vain. They don't want to sound vain, right? Especially, right, beginnings, aspiration. Look, the cards are already talking. Where you're just getting to know them, where it's early stages of a connection, where it's aspirational. Like they want to look affectionate. They want to look compassionate. They don't want you to think that they're just an a-hole for being that way, but it matters. It's important to them. if you're dating this person and they don't want to tell you that, that means keep up with yourself the way you've been and the way that attracted them to you. And if you slacked, it's time to pick up on yourself just a little bit, because this is someone would absolutely notice you letting yourself go. I'm not talking about weight or anything like that. I'm talking about just looking the way when they met you, what attracted them to you, like they proud on that. And I think I'm already channeling, oh, this is a talker. They actually would want to, this is something they would tell you down the line. If it's early stages, they'll have the conversation down the line. In casual conversation, they won't like look at you and be like, babe, you look busted. They're not gonna do that, but it would be a topic of, I like to look a certain way and I want my partner to look a certain way. It's a measure of your health. It's a measure of our quality of life. You're walking around looking busted, it look like we're not taking care of each other, ourselves, right? So that's kind of the thing, right? But they would tell you, but they just don't want to look extra unnecessarily vain. Friendship. All right, so I think I have one of these on the channels. I can't remember. If I do go to it, I definitely have sunflowers. They are here. Okay, they are here. Those of you with memberships, I'm gonna double check and confirm, and I may give you some redirection since these both came out. Friendship and appreciation. This person, they want their friends to appreciate how you look. They don't want to seem like a follower or easily influenced, but they care what their friends think of how their partner looks. They want a friend, they need a partner they can brag on to their friends. Okay? Like they want their friends to be jealous of them. I think we're going to keep, I mean, if y'all respond well to this, we may keep this up, because this is a very interesting, like, I don't know if I thought this was coming out. These blueberries, right? You're asking about the blueberries. How to? What is this person's fantasy? What do they love most? What's their fantasy when it comes to love and romance that they do not want my Pal-Twos to know? Maturing energy of a 7 of Pentacles. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. Locking down the harvest. Everything that I've been saying. So like, this is a harvest, right? This is where we're stable and we've locked it down. 4 of Swords is where we're comfortable, right? Like we're comfortable, right? 7 of Wands is, I won. I beat all of you. I got Pal-Two's attention. Or someone of Pal-Two's caliber's attention. The win, the thrill, right? Like, yes, I go home with this. That's the energy. 10 of Wands is the overwhelming energy. It's maxed out energy. They want someone that turns heads, turns everybody on in a room. Okay? So, let me see. Tell me more about these blueberries. What is this person's fantasy when it comes to love and romance that they do not want Pal-Two to know? And like I said, this could be for better or for worse. Because sometimes y'all, you know, I'm not going to make it a shadow. But like, you know, if this isn't you at all, sometimes these readings help you without you realizing they have the potential to do so. I got the Libra energy here. Cancer. Some of you, it slipped in. It's not allowed dominant energy, but they want someone that would be friends with maternal figures. Okay. They want someone, actually, this 3 combined. They want someone that does well, has healthy relationships with feminines. Right? So like, most of you, like I got a female dominant, feminine dominant audience. If you're asking about a divine masculine, you're asking about anyone that's masculine in nature at all. This person likes to have, they want a romantic partner that has a lot of feminine friends, especially when it comes to having relationship advice, double dates, when it comes to having children, childbearing. They want to see their feminine connecting with other feminines in those types of environments. Like, oh, look, that's my partner. Those are my kids. Like, we're doing good, right? There's a heavy Libra placement here. Okay. Someone that's fair. Okay. Someone that's more diplomatic. Feels like someone that's more social, right? If you're very social with other feminines, that's a preferred way to be for this person. Okay. Someone that looks really good, because Libra is Venus ruled, right? Looks really good in terms of being Venus ruled. Looks really good even after becoming more mature and stepping into maternal energy. That's what this person likes. Okay. Someone that's really good conversationalists. They want perfection, you know. It's funny because with that Libra energy, they feel like this is what matches them, especially if you're asking about someone with the Libra sun. Now that that's on my table. Okay. Someone with a lot of personality in the North Node. Someone with a lot of purpose. Like if you got a lot of hobbies, if you got a lot of mission-based things, you do charity work, if you got a lot going on that you do, like if you walk into a room in a social setting and people like tell me about myself and you got a lot of interesting things to say, that's what this person wants. This person wants someone that is very interesting. So like when they leave and like they're talking to their friends later, they're like, you know, that person you're dating is so interesting. I didn't know that they did this, you know, learned about that, the random interesting things that they do. Like, that's crazy. Good for you for finding someone with character, with purpose. Okay. I don't know why they wouldn't tell you that, but that's there. Okay. So tell me, meditate and contemplate. Pisces is very dreamy energy. Full moon in Aries, right? More Libra energy. We got a lot of Libra energy on the table. Okay. Libra is Venus ruled. Like someone that is in alignment with their Venus energy 100%. Okay. Meditate and contemplate. I'm gonna pull more. We slide just a little bit over, just because I don't know where we're going with that. I got the visual with that, but I didn't get like anything else. You're very close to achieving your goal. End of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, more Pisces. Okay, that's that Hollywood glamour, right? When we talk about people that look like they're filtered in real life. And then when we talk about someone that looks good through trauma, looks good through tough times, looks good through hard work, right? They still look meditative even when things are kind of chaotic. If it looks like someone that's good under pressure, okay? Yeah, look, see, show you off is there still. So tell me about these blueberries. What is this person's fantasy in love and romance when it comes to my pile 2, please? What does my pile 2 need to know about this person's fantasy regarding love and romance? And that full moon in Capricorn actually happens during Cancer season. I'm actually filming during this. So if you're asking about someone that you're dealing with right now, this is right now real time. Literally, I'm filming this during that full moon. Okay. All right, something about Pisces placements though. Yeah, I got a performer. Star, right? I mentioned like a star. I mentioned lighting up a room, being able to carry a conversation, being very interesting, turning heads. Feels like someone feels very socialite energy, okay? So like let's say the person you're asking about, they have a certain kind of job in a certain kind of field and like they have an event to go to. They want to be able to bring you to that event and you shine. You make them look, they want you to make them look really good, okay? So tell me more about my pile 2, my blueberries. What is this person's fantasy, what they love most, but will not tell my pile 2. If you're a little more passive, that might be what personality, standing on your own. They want a powerful, strong, aura having person. They want someone that's very loud in their identity, or they want someone that takes up space. Okay? And that's what they want, and that's not what they want you to know. They don't want you to know that if this is not you. Like, if this is you, these are things they admire about you, but they don't want to seem vain. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that that's why they pursued you, because they don't want you to think that you're interested in them for all of the wrong reasons, right? That's why it's that they won't tell you. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, this is a shadow pile, because even if I'm like that, like, why they don't want me to know that? Are they thinking that I'm not like that, even though I think I'm like that? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this person just doesn't want you to think that they're super vain, okay? And that, because everything I described as this one-dimensional reading would make this person seem like, oh, leave them alone, they're a horrible person. But that's not it at all. They just, they want to be attracted to their person. Now, granted, they're competitive and they want other people to be attracted to them as well, but I don't know that I see anything wrong with it, because I know the question I'm asking is super messy, because I'm asking what they won't tell you. But I just don't want the shadow to get lost here. If I'm not describing you, the reason why they wouldn't tell you that, don't let nobody play with you. I don't like y'all out here looking crazy. This person may be actively seeking that. Okay? They may be actively seeking that with what you accept, while entertaining you, or early stages trying to get someone else's attention like that while engaging you. Okay? Because worst case scenario, like, I'd rather they be looking to date, they're dating you, and they finally get their hands on somebody they want, and they leave you alone so you can be at peace. Because this is someone that want 100% shadow now. Not everybody. Shadow is string someone along for a while, for years, possibly, until they feel like they can get to their type. Does that make sense? What they want, like, they feel like they reached a certain level of elevation, or they feel like they finally made it or whatever, and now they can actually pull the type of partner they want. You gotta watch that, because that is the shadow. Now, if you know I'm describing you, you're like, yeah, girl, you describing me. Look at me and this person, we're compatible. Good for you. I love it for you. They're wanting to go deeper, okay? They don't want you to know that they love all this about you, because there's no way to tell you without looking like, you know how it looks, okay? All right, at the bottom I got sadness. Yeah, if they're in their mind, they're like, if pile 2 knew I pursued them because I love all of these qualities in them, they would think, see, North Node, South Node, destiny, like, because I saw those qualities in them, they would be sad. They wouldn't like me anymore. They would just think, you know, they would just think I'm not a good person. That's the headspace. Why they won't tell you. All right. So let me get more. Yeah, we're almost done. I pile 2 my blueberries. I'm trying to explain this person, because this is a dominantly light pile where you're aligned. Okay. Because I feel like where you're aligned. Okay. It's only a shadow where you would know. Okay, we got fulfillment in reverse. Why? What is this person? These blueberries. What is their fantasy when it comes to love and romance that they do not want my pile 2 to know? I feel like this came out in combination before, which is very bizarre. More Pisces energy. They want a partner that understands when they're sad and unfulfilled without them having to spell it out for them. Someone that's intuitive enough, someone that's focused enough, attentive enough, considerate enough to know when something's off about them. Okay? Some of you, this person literally are attracted to psychic energy. When we talk about feminines that are hyper intuitive, or people that are in touch with their feminine side that are hyper intuitive, okay? Because Pisces is here. So everything you associate with that siren, mermaid, veil of illusion, of perfection, even where it's not real, that's the vibe, okay? I've got devotion in reverse. North node, south node. So they want someone that has their own life. Someone that lives outside of them. Feels like the opposite of the last pile, which is hilarious. I guess if you pick both, they might merge in some way. You'll know if it's your energy because it will merge in some way to you. I'm leaving that energy there, but they want someone that's not devoted to them, not completely fulfilled by them, that kind of has their own focus. Okay? Like, yes, someone that loves them, someone that cares, but someone that has their own path, own purpose. You got North Node, South Node here. Okay? So give me my final messages before the advice for my blueberries. When it comes to my blueberries, what is this person's fantasy regarding love and romance in their connection that they would not want my pile to know? Oh, okay. Well, they want someone that's active. They want someone that's comfortable, that's stable. Because this disharmony, if you're not, they want someone, they need someone that's mission driven. So like, let me get your business out of the way. If you're dealing with someone that feels like there's conflict because of a lack of movement and a lack of devotion, that's going to create disharmony. Like a lack of movement and a lack of devotion in the connection is going to create disharmony for this person. The end. Now, a lack of movement and a lack of devotion and a lack of passion for purpose, life, yourself, right? Where you're going in life and these skills, talents. Like if you don't have any hobbies, any interests, anything you're good at, anything you're elevating at, that's confusion. This person's not interested in that. Okay? Butterflies. They want someone that's going to give them butterflies. Someone that's going to inspire them. Connecting with your higher self. Some of you, this person's actually deeply attracted to psychics. That's why we got higher self and all this Pisces psychic energy. Devotion is here. A lack of devotion and a lack of movement is going to create disharmony. They need devotion to your higher self. It gives them butterflies when they see someone loving themselves, caring for themselves, elevating in spirit, sharp mentally, driven and wanting to improve themselves, because that's their identity. Like they're deeply attracted to someone that has their own identity, that's devoted to their higher self first and foremost. Okay? They come second. Okay? And where they come second to yourself, you're really compassionate and committed to them. Okay? I've got have faith here. So yeah, someone that's really devoted to themselves. So let me get your advice and close you out. So what do we need to tell Pal 2 regarding these blueberries? The bottom, you had good luck in a ladybug, so that's something. What advice do we have for my Pal number 2 regarding these blueberries? What advice do we have for Pal 2? Be passionate. Chase your passions. Okay, you need to chase your passions, find your destiny. We got North Node, South Node. Your priority should be your North Node, South Node, your destiny, your passions, because if I'm describing you, that's what attracted this person. That's what's attracting this person. That's what this person likes. Okay, vanity and all of that aside, the vanity is an extension of all of this. Okay, and that's what they wouldn't tell you, right? Because there's a lot of pressure once you tell people this is what you're interested in. I could see that. All right, so I'm going to close you out and move along to pile number 3. All right, my pile 3, that is the Cantaloupe, which is very interesting because, yeah, I got this laid out. You need to see. So, yeah, we're going to see what is this person's fantasy, right? What they love most. in romantic connections, but they just wouldn't want you to know. They wouldn't tell you that. So I got a strong confirmation of you're going to be happy, right? Exciting news, which feels like if you're looking to confirm if this person's attracted to you or we're talking crush, yes, they are. And maybe some of you just simply needed that confirmation and that's it. You don't need the rest of the reading. But the order I did these, this was the first deck I cleansed. Okay, at the bottom, I'm like, okay, happiness, sunflowers, cool. But then it got a little interesting. Then I moved on to, which deck was next? Exciting news. I was like, okay, cool, exciting news. World, no, this was last. I got exciting news, and then I got the sweet and sticky, and then Voodoo like nearly died trying to jump out of the deck. And I'm like, okay, because I have the the honeybee. So I got the honey and the honeybee and the sunflower. I'm like, okay, that's heavy ocean vibes, right? We got the corn, the crops of abundance here, right? And it feels like someone that may be attracted to kind of a goddess aesthetic or a dark feminine aesthetic with the voodoo here. And it feels like someone that may be attracted to people with just, even if it's not a dark feminine occult aesthetic, it's more of a, I'll even say new age kind of vibe. And I don't know why it's like taboo for this person. It could be religious, but that's what this person's attracted to. Especially since I got a heavy Oshun-esque energy on the table. Even the happiness card here, right? Because first bottom of the reset, last bottom of the reset, both say happiness. They feel they would be most happy with someone with those vibes, with that aesthetic. Okay? With that energy. When we talk about feminines, right? Someone that's looking for a feminine. Okay? Because they feel like that's what would align with them. See, the even more of this energy in the house 12, because that's the house that rules those things. But they'll be happiest there. Okay? And for whatever reason, they don't want you to know that. So let me move these and stack them back up so we can dig more and see what that is and why it's like that. I'll put this next, this for my pile 3. I don't know that Cantaloupe would be the pile. I would have been like, it's gonna be like that because it's Cantaloupe, right? But we're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. We're gonna see why this person's not wanting you to know they're attracted to those things. I'm hearing some of you, it may be an ex. I don't know why that came through. Oh, the world. The world is somebody like that would be over. Y'all are messy today. Look at you. Scandalous. Let me see. Tell me about this Cantaloupe. Why does this person what's this Cantaloupe's fantasy that they love most but won't tell their pile number 3? What is this? Courage. Compassion. Okay, so this is someone that deeply admires a partner that is brave and expressing compassion for other people. I don't know why that's a thing. Letter C is relevant. I got 2 from this deck, okay? But courageous energy, courage energy, compassionate energy. So what do they love most in a romantic partner, in a romantic love-based connection that they do not want pile number 3 to know? If you mean, you're probably the shadow, I'm realizing, okay? Tell me about this Cantaloupe. You know, the letter C is definitely relevant. I'm realizing like you picked the fruit with the letter C too. So look at you. Tell me, 7 of Cups talks about options. Let me see. What's this person attracted to? Judgment. Knight of Wands. Hangman. You know, these are both Pisces ruled energies. Hangman and Judgment. I kept seeing a bunch before it landed on the world. I kept seeing a bunch of major arcana, which talks about universal energy. You know, the Seven of Cups is traditionally depicted as someone looking up at the sky, at the clouds, pointing out things, manifesting things. This is someone that would love a partner that is, oh yeah, my left hand's itching, that would conjure, right? Someone that would have a non-traditional religion. When we talk about Judgment, someone that kind of had the gift of, I'm telling you, it's very dark feminine vibes, or at a lighter weight energy, new agey, right? Someone that believes in manifesting, someone that would manifest, things like that. Okay? And someone that would be very brave and expressing that compassion associated with those things. Let me see. Pluto is here. Tell me about this cantaloupe. What's going on with this cantaloupe? What is this person's fantasy regarding what they love most? House 11. Friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. Some of you, this person doesn't want you to know they're attracted to this aesthetic, this type lifestyle, because they don't want you to know that's where they're most aligned energetically. Like, that's what they're interested in. That's the type of circles they would want to run in or do. That's the type of vibe they have. And if it's super early stages, they don't want you to know. And if you've been dating a while, this person's either starting to be interested in this type of stuff, someone from their past is interested in this, like something about it is, this is what they're interested in, and they don't really want you to know. So what is that? Tell me what's going on. Because I mean, I'm like the woo-woo lady with the YouTube channel. So I don't tell everybody in my day life, but I don't know that I hide it. Let me see. Pisces, intimacy, intuition, compassion. They want to merge souls with somebody. And if like a partner that lacks depth is not going to do it with them. Okay. Give me another one. Mars, house 5. This person may have Mars or Pisces in the 5th house, since it's staggered like that. This person's really interested in weird stuff like that. We got Scorpio. They may have Scorpio placements, right? Like, this is someone that's really interested in those types of things. They're intrigued by it. I don't want to call it a kink, but like, that's a thing that they are attracted to. So if this person lacks the courage, lacks bravery to actually live that life out publicly, then this is like, I'll go deep into astrology, because you're likely the group that knows about that a lot, because this person seems to not want you to, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, because some of you, this person just doesn't want you to know they're attracted to you. It could be for a scandalous reason, like if they're with somebody else, you're with somebody else, but they don't want you to know. It could be a thing. But others of you, this is what this person's attracted to. You got your confirmation at the beginning. It's fine, where everything's clear. Like, this is the person on the table that I'm describing that this person will always want and yearn for, even if they don't have the courage to be with them. So in astrology, when we talk about 12th house synastry, I've seen some theories where they say, when it comes to spouses, when we talk about masculines, people that are attracted to feminines, the spouse is more seen in like a Juno, whereas the Lilith is what they fear and deeply desire. Feels like that. Feels like that, okay? But this is, I wasn't expecting this power, but it feels like this is what this person's always going to yearn for. So if either they're either going to get that, have it in you, or they're always just gonna yearn for it. And that's sad. So I hope this is you. If that's not you, then I want more for you. But what? Why? Four Swords, comfort. This is what this person fantasizes about, quite literally. I'm not developing that energy, but this is what this person thinks about at night. This is what this person thinks about when they're resting. This is exactly the type of partner they're attracted to, because the Four Swords was on top of this Moonology deck, and that deck wasn't like that. I don't feel like that deck was on top of that for that to happen. Yeah. All right, let me get more from my pile number 3. Tell me what this Cantaloupe's fantasy is regarding love and connections that they do not want my pile 3 to know. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. You know, the word crescent might be a thing. I'm not gonna lie. I saw it in my third eye, but it was so random to bring up when I was talking about the seas. I kept hearing crescent, but like I was trying to stay on topic, y'all. Like I didn't have time to acknowledge that. I don't acknowledge everything I channel. No, I do not. But have faith in your dreams. The waxing crescent moon. So crescent could be a thing. I've got bring love into the situation. And I have you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. Okay. It was like that compassion and that courage, right? Like someone that has faith in something enough to manifest it. This person is deeply attracted to people that see their dreams come to fruition. Like Seven of Cups, the Judgment is do or die. It's I'm getting it. There's no other option but to get it, right? When we talk about goals and ambitions and things like that, someone that would encourage them. I gotta hold your vision. Someone that's very fixed on their dreams, on their goals, that doesn't believe in giving up and won't allow them to. But that fixed energy that's on my table that I keep seeing, I'm telling you, that's what this person is getting it. This is what this person is getting. They will yearn for it. Like I don't know why I got all this yearning on my table, but this is the fantasy with love and romance. And this is what they love most. And they won't tell you that, but this is what this person's yearning for, gonna yearn for. And I love that for those of you where it's you, because it's you or nothing. It's you or nothing. So that's probably why I probably predicted me giving you this exciting news at the very beginning. So this Cantaloupe, what is this person's fantasy regarding love and connections? What don't they want my pile 3 to know about their fantasy towards love and connections? Slow down. Okay. They want you to go slow. They prefer a slow courtship. Okay. They prefer taking their time to get to know someone. Okay. If you're the type that moves really quickly, yeah. 2 things, good and could require some patience. This person knows up front they want to take the long, slow game with getting to know someone and dedicating themselves to a life partner. But if this energy on the table I'm describing is you, they would not let you know that they're going to take their time like that, because it's you or nothing, right? They don't want you to know that. Because if they know you're in a rush and they're moving too slow, they know if they tell you that they want to do it slow, that you're going to leave them alone. And if this is you I'm describing, that this is what they love but won't say, it feels like someone that is locked in, fixed moon, okay? They may have a fixed moon. And if this isn't you, this is someone that would, all the business. They would slow down and drag while they spend their time waiting for what they're looking for. Okay? So the shadow came through prominently, and that to the point where I got to pause again and recapture that lighter side that slipped through. Got it. Some of you because this person's confident in what it is they want, where they're open and expressive about this being what they desire, even though they won't tell you it's you. I'm describing you, the slowing down for the sake of courtship to dedicate to a life partner that would be in alignment of you. Okay, so I've got divine union. I mean, what else? What else? I forgot to mention all those sunflowers at the beginning. The previous pile had those. I didn't want to lead you there before, but I mean, why not? If you recall to it, go. If not, this is a standalone pile with its own distinct energy. So tell me, what is this Cantaloupe's fantasy regarding love and relationships? What do they love most that they do not want my pile 3 to know? Trapped feels like security, right? It feels like the comfort of knowing your partner's not going anywhere. Okay. I mentioned daydreaming earlier. Oh, I think I'm about to put this back because the shadow slipped back in, and I'm not doing this. I'm about to hurry up and reset. So just to let you know, if we're talking, not you, right, with the shadow of, I'm describing something that this person would have wanted, that you're the, I guess, because some of you, like, you know, there's certain things that are taboo. When I reference the astrology associated, like 12th house signistry, sometimes where it's poorly aspected, where I'm talking about Juno energy of the wife versus Lilith being what they're afraid of versus what they want. Like if you're more the Juno of like what's acceptable, this person's energy of they're willing to trap themselves and just be burdened and locked down and just secretly admire from afar the, I'll say, aesthetic they want, the energy they want. Okay, because I got moneymaker here, especially if we're talking about someone that likes a certain aesthetic, where we're talking about sex workers. Nothing wrong with them. I'm not, like, everybody's welcome here. They be on the channel. That don't have nothing to do with me. I do not be judging people. Get money, right? But I'm saying, like, if you know there's someone that would be super judgmental to that aesthetic, that type, that lifestyle, but still be deeply attracted to it, but not brave enough to, like, be courageous enough to, like, pursue someone that they're interested in like that, always gonna be watching that. That's a shame. That's a shame. But I'm putting this back because nope, not on my table. I'm not interested in leaving it there for y'all. So tell me, this Cantaloupe energy, what are they secretly? I mean, I should have known. I mean, we know certain things are going to come out. They're going to come out when we ask these messy questions, right? Their fantasy that they won't tell you. Come on. It's got to be messy. Let's see. What is the fantasy that they won't tell pile 3? What else do we have regarding that, please? Let's not get too dark. We got a lot of placements on the table that could take it there, but let's not. Okay, birth is back. Pregnancy, new projects, children, new love. What is that? Time heals all wounds. Oh, and you know that sunflower is back on there. Let me grab this card that flips. We got pregnancy, children, projects, new love, time heals all wounds, money over value, secret job, powerful man. This person really likes mysterious energy. Okay, these may be themes. These may be themes, but we got to wrap it up because I don't have time. Yeah, exactly. Maturing energy of banishing a curse slipped off there as I grabbed this deck. So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, right? Maybe they're attracted to people that could banish curses, right? So tell me, give me this Cantaloupe. What is this Cantaloupe's fantasy regarding love and romance that they do not want Pile 3 to know? I'm going to take that. Okay. A maturing energy of blessing, moon, and contentment. Okay. Okay, give me more. Hibernation. You know, I keep getting that. Okay, I'll take all of that. And I'll get one more. I got the Achiever in Capricorn. They want someone that's not going to sit in a house all day. They want someone with drive and ambition. Like, the contentment is regarding blessings. That they can be content regarding blessings, because they do not want... This is not someone that wants someone in the house all day. Hibernation in reverse. Achiever upright. Okay? That's career driven. Okay? I got an incoming energy of the corn moon of abundance. Like, this is someone that wants someone that is ambitious, that wants to be as powerful, right? Powerful man, powerful woman. Okay? Incoming energy of rejuvenating energy. Like, that's what they're seeking. So let me get one more, and then I'll get your advice. Some of you, yeah, we got to create. Watch it. Some of you are actively, yeah, I got create and I've got psychic. Boom. That's what this person's attracted to. There's a creative energy. Some of you may, because there was that underlying scandalous energy, right? Where you're asking about somebody that maybe seeming very clearly is preoccupied. If you know you have a history of infidelity, things like that, just watch this person. If I'm not describing you, or even if I am, if there's an aesthetic on the table that you know this person kind of either fetishizes, or they had a type before you, things like that, watch it, because where you thought you banished a curse, this person's still locked in with that. You know what I'm saying? So just watch it. Just watch it. I'm not judging. Remember, we still have the happiness here. We still have the happiness here. There's a light side in here that's living their best life, because this person ain't going nowhere. Like, on the lightest end of the pile, this person is not going anywhere. So let me get your advice. Use your wisdom to discern where you fall, okay? I was very clear. I was very specific. Use your wisdom to change where necessary, okay? Because that's the shadow that needs that advice. Because at the bottom here, if the foreshadowing of the beginning of all that happiness is you, and I'm describing you, and it's stable, and you don't have a history of infidelity and all of this fetishizing and whatever it is on the table, right? Because you know when somebody switches up their type and things like that. If this not you, and if that's not what this is, ground deeper into the divine union, but use your wisdom to change where this is not going to work for you, okay? So I'm going to move on to pile number 4. All right, my pile 4, my evening pile, right? There's a lot of things that push this reading pile back, right? Like, I had some distractions, but I'm realizing that you got the fig, and like I saw some bottoms of my reset. I won't show you all of them because it's more channeled, if I'll be honest. This is someone, I don't know that it's a fantasy that they don't want to tell you, but this is someone that very obviously like deeper, richer features. Whether we're talking about deeper skin tones, darker hair color, like dark aesthetic style, like they like that. I don't know if it's a secret. It's almost like a I shouldn't have to tell you vibe. Like, they're not going to tell you, because why should they? You can tell, if that makes sense. I don't know. It was really weird coming through. So let me see. Give me an overview for my fig pile. What's this fig's fantasy? What do they love most regarding romantic connections that they will not tell my pile number 4? Luck. Okay, so something about luck. I don't know whether they just need to feel lucky. Okay. The truth. Bittersweet truth. Okay. I don't know why I always read that card like that, but I do. Something about truth and being lucky. So what don't they... some of you, they won't tell you the truth. You, like, if you're together with this person, they won't, like, the truth is you got lucky, they got lucky. It's weird. Why that's coming through like that? Give me the fantasy. What is this person? What is this fig's fantasy? What is the fig's fantasy? What do they love most but won't tell pal for? Don't bring no chaos. All right, 5 of Swords, self-sabotage, 10 of Pentacles. I'm not reading that like that. I'm not. I'm definitely not. Putting this back out, and this person can be a bit mean. You're asking about somebody that can be a little bit mean, because if you're in a relationship with this person, like, they love most that you kind of were available where something didn't end up, like where they weren't able to get what they wanted elsewhere. You were just there. I don't like that. Let me see if I can reset. I want to try one more time. Okay, I have a Gerber Daisy on the channel with joy. Okay. Appreciation, sunflower. Dahlia, dignity. Good. This is my nighttime pile. Y'all gonna have to work with this. We doing the best we got, because I want to wrap this up. We got sunflower, we got dignity here. Okay, and you know what, I can move this candle. Here we go. Look at you. Ooh, okay. All right, let me see. Hermit, King of Cups, Chariot. Okay, we got Virgo and Cancer placements on the table. And the 8 of Swords of holding yourself back. You know, this person does admire someone that's a little more dignified, that has decorum, that's demure, right? They're someone that knows restraint, right? They appreciate someone that knows restraint, okay? That they're very attracted to that. Someone that kind of knows how to carry themselves in certain situations, in certain settings. Chariot combined with Hermit. If I want to read them astrologically, that's Virgo and Cancer. It feels very caretaker, acts of service. So like they prefer partners that are a little more serving in nature. Okay. I got Gemini in house 5. This is someone that admires wit, charm and wit, okay? They like people that are talkative, people that are on the same page as them, okay? And house 5 talks about where we're fun and we're able to be childlike at the right place and the right time, okay? So I don't know why that's something they wouldn't want you to know, but let me see. Gemini talked about kind of the duality again of knowing how to be and when to be. So what does this fig love most? Knowing how to be and when to be. Look at that. How to be and when to be. Okay. I'm so glad that that dark shadow at the beginning went away. Hold your vision. Okay. Full moon in Pisces is coming up, so that could be a thing. I saw it at the beginning. I just didn't say it. And we got the South Node. It will be opposing the South Node, which is in sign of Virgo. Okay. So don't let your past hold you back. This person's very much attracted. Okay, so what they love most is what they've historically gone for, their comfort zone. Okay, if that's you, right? Remember at the beginning I was channeling, right? So look, if you know this person's dating history, there's similarities like twins. The people that they've historically been attracted to and dated like twins, okay? That's the thing. And so be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Give me more. Tell me more about what this person's fantasy is. They like to chase. They like to do the courting. They want to do the chasing, okay? Okay. What do they love most but won't tell you? They like the chase. They like the chase, okay? They like the thrill of the chase. So if you're too easy, that's not going to benefit you in this connection. It's not going to keep this person happy because for whatever reason, they need to feel the chase. That's part of, I guess, their kink or whatever. So let me get another one. Forgive and heal. This is a makeup pile. We're not going down the lane of that energy that we're not developing, but this is a person that likes to make up. They like to fight and make up, okay? We've got love language. They want someone with the same love language as them. So if they're a giver, they want another giver, okay? They're looking for their soulmate. And I don't know why they wouldn't want you to know they're looking for their soulmate, but they are. So what are they attracted to? Helen and Pop. You got soulmate actually twice. They're looking for someone that loves themselves, if I'm being honest. Like they're attracted to self-love. So they like givers, but not overextenders, okay? Yeah, individuality is here. Groupie is here. They like someone that has their own identity, not someone that's going to run behind them. They are not attracted to people that run behind them, okay? Like that is a turn off when you run behind them, okay? All right. Hermit is back. If you're talking about someone with Virgo placements that stays to themselves, this is your confirmation. Otherwise, this person, they like people that kind of stay to themselves. They are deeply attracted to the loner type, okay? Like that's what I see on my table for this fic. They're deeply attracted to the loner type. Let me see. I think I want like 3 more. They like the challenge. They want to be friend zoned so they can try to find their way out if we're talking the most toxic end of the spectrum. But they like the thrill of the chase, of getting the attention of someone that didn't want their attention, okay? They're attracted to something a little more different than people would expect them to be. But I don't think that it's hidden. I think it's obvious with this dark aesthetic. Look at you with the vampire. I'm telling you, I told you. That's the features, that's the aesthetic this person likes. So let me get more. Incoming energy of the peacemaker. With Libra, they like to make up. They like to fight, make up. Like that's their thing. That's their thing. They like to get people that they don't feel are interested in them to be interested in them. You see what I'm saying? I dropped one of my good cards. I got an expansion, which talks about their need to expand people's interest in them. What's this? More Gemini energy, okay? When we talk about twins, literal twins, this person may be attracted to people that have a twin, but I'm telling you something about this person's type. If you look at their dating history or just the people that they would describe as like what they're most attracted to, you line it up, it's like twins. And people would be shocked to know this. I don't know if this person has a perceived type and it's just not the opposite. It's not what you or someone else would expect, because they won't tell you. But like something about because you got wild card and alien, like whether that means they're attracted to people that don't look like them, and people are shocked when we talk about these aesthetics, or when we talk about cultures, or if this person just is perceived a certain way and the type just throws people off. Like, really? I don't know. But we got the blood moon of rebirth, okay? So something about this person's type, it may have changed over time and they don't want to tell you about it. Like if they had a history of being attracted to one thing and now they're attracted to another thing. That happens. People change. But I'm going to close you out because the energy here is weird. What advice do we have for my pal 4? Oh, a maturing energy of finding love. Okay, so lean into it with this person if this makes sense. But if this feels like a lot of complication, because I could see how it would be a lot of complication, then leave it alone. Okay. And honestly, everything I'm saying here that could be a shadow is very obvious about this person if you pay attention. I've got navigation. Okay. So I'm telling you, especially those of you on the shadow, you're being told to navigate to find love, because some of you may not be this person's fantasy, or you may not be like, something's off on the shadow that I can't quite put my finger on. Because this person feels a little wishy-washy. Like they had a type and now it's this type and it's different. And like it's a little bit that energy, that vibe where I say sometimes people don't know if they're coming or going. So you can't accurately read their energy, because today they're doing something, tomorrow they're doing something that completely contradicts it. Feels like this might be a person like that a little bit. Okay. But navigate towards true love. That is your advice. Okay. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to close you out now.